Good evening. Happy Sunday. It's already Sunday again. Well, this is a good Sunday for me because I am off all week, which is pretty great. We don't usually get all week off in education. We usually go like Monday, Tuesday, and then have the holiday off. But this year they gave us the gift of time. So we have basically 9 days, although now 2 are over. But anyway, I'm very excited about that. So I don't fret the Sunday night blues quite as much. But anyway, I'm Chris the Batman Statue Collector. Welcome to our live hangout. This is our Sunday night stream. And we have a couple of guests going to be joining us here in just a bit that wanted to come on and talk a little bit about a recent experience they had in terms of collecting. And they wanted to talk about things that we don't always talk about. We don't always focus too much on this certain aspect of the hobby. And so I am excited to be sharing that with you. And again, I'll pop them on as soon as they are ready to come on. But anyway, welcome to the show. Again, I hope everybody's having a good weekend. And it is basically Thanksgiving week coming up here. So if you do travel, if you're, doing whatever you do, just be safe. Have a great time with your friends and family. All right. So anyway, I just scarfed down some dinner, so hopefully I won't be burping too much on the camera here. But anyway, welcome to the show. Hey, we got JWR in the house, rock and roll, Rankin. Sup, nerds? Happy Sunday. Thanks for being here, Josh. Anyone getting anything this week? I have Sideshow Killer Croc tomorrow and a couple of Sideshow prints also. I didn't know you were getting the Sideshow Killer Croc. I had that one for many years and I really liked it. Although I opted to go with the the fan art piece. That's just monstrous, pun intended, but just a great piece in general. So anyway, congratulations. Thanksgiving is until Thursday. Wasn't expecting to see a turkey tonight. Oh, gobble, 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 gobble. Yeah, the tryptophan's already hitting Brad. And so, yeah, it'll be not too long of a show tonight. But anyway, happy Thanksgiving to you, my friend. We got Shadow Freddy 880 says, yo. Josh says, hey, Brad. Def Meat says, hey, Chris. I have a quick question before you go back to work. But will the Tweeterhead reveal be a live stream, a premiere, or just a video? So we are going to be taping it. It's not going to be a live stream because of the holiday, but it will air on Thursday. So I think we're going to tape it tomorrow. We were going to tape it last week, but Chad was not feeling very well. And then they had some weather issues. And Lord knows he had some Wi-Fi issues from time to time and audio issues and stuff. So we have pushed it back a little bit, but hopefully we will record it tomorrow night. And it will go live on Thursday. So it will be our big announcement. And again, I want to thank him for letting us announce it here on this channel. It's always a privilege. So thank you very much, Chad. But yeah, we're going to tape it tomorrow night. And so hopefully it'll go smoothly. Hopefully Chad will be able to come on to make the big announcement. So I can't wait for that. The other thing that I'm going to announce this week is that I am taking a week off. I am, well, except for tomorrow when I tape the thing, but I'm going to be taking a week off. I think it is long overdue. I think that it's, it's just something I need to do to kind of clear my head a little bit. The weight of the world's been kind of on my shoulders as of late. So I am, I'm going to check out for a week. I'll probably go stir crazy and I'll probably cave and still put a video up on Monday, knowing me, because I am a glutton for punishment. That is for sure. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to take a week off. Maybe if all goes well. Hostway Collectible says, good evening, all. We got Lawrence in the house. Chris, between Prime 1 and J&D, the Batman 22, which one should I go with? The J&D one is really good. I think it's one of their best ones. I don't think that there's enough difference between the Prime 1 and J&D to justify the extra price. I'm very happy with my Prime 1, my Blitzway. I think you would be also, Lawrence. I think it's just a great piece, and they've had some really good sales on it lately. So that's the way I would go, but I think you can't go wrong either way. Houghton, Jeff is in the house. Thank you very much. Thank you all members for being here tonight. Superheroine Hunter 10 says, what do you think of Transformers 1 movie? Hi, by the way. Hello to you. I love your Green Goblin. I have not seen the Transformers 1, so I don't know. I am out of the loop on pretty much any Transformer stuff. I haven't watched the last couple of movies. What was the one they did with Mark Wahlberg? The very first one. That was the last one I watched. And what was it? Maybe it was Bumblebee. I can't remember, but I just thought it was okay. Hey, Chicago, Windy City. Making me want some Giordano's, John. Kay Wiley in the house, Brotherhood member. Thank you very much for being here. Brad says, I'm matching all super chats to Chris tonight, dollar for dollar. Wow, Brad, thank you very much. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, thank you very much for doing that. So, yeah, thank you very much, Brad. I really appreciate that. So, yeah, if anybody wants to do a super chat, I don't know, should we do like a giveaway? Brad's going to kill me. How about this? Focus. Okay. How about this? We got a CGC here. This is a great Jason Fabok. This is Detective Comics 27. Let's do it. Super chat giveaway. Anybody that does a super chat tonight of $5 or more will be entered. How about that? Brad's like, no. So yeah, Jason Fabok, Detective Comics CGC. So if anybody's interested, I will write your names down. We will do a drawing tonight for the Detective Comics CGC, Detective Comics 27. Great homage, of course, to that original cover, Jason Fabok. So yeah, let's do that. That's awesome. Okay. Thank you very much, Brad, for even offering that. So I'm sorry if I screwed you over there. And you absolutely do not need a match. You do not need a match. What are you going to do if Sideshow finally drops the Riddler this week? Then I'll probably go back on my. Like I said, I am a glutton for punishment. You guys know me better than anybody else. Like you know that I can't sit still. I can't relax. I'm trying. I'm going to try to take the week off, but never say never with me. But I'm going to try to take the week off. Good evening, everyone. Faith and Misery, thank you very much for being here. We got Frederick L. We need to give him some money. The McRib is back. Do you want to know? Do you want to know something, Brad? In my life, I have never had a McRib. I've never had a McRib. Should I go try one? Should I finally bite the bullet and be like, okay, I'm going to do it? I've never had a McRib. Happy Sunday, folks. Virgin Prime is in the house. Thank you very much. Hey, Kay and Fredericks from Josh. Everybody's saying hello. Gotta love Chicago style pizza. A lot of carbs. Whew. A lot of carbs. Matt Martin. Well, so there's Matt Martin right there. So Matt Martin, you were entered into the CGC contest. Brad says, if you do a giveaway and I'm matching, I should get one entry for every other one entry. Okay, deal. I think that's fair. All right, Matt, there's yours right there. Thank you very much. Yeah, you got it, Brad. Chris, what are the measurements, lengths, and width of a CGC case? I happen to have my special bat tape measure right here. Is that not sticking? There we go. All right, we got CGC case is 8 by almost 13. It's not quite 13. It's like 7/8, 11 and 7/8. So yeah, hopefully that gives you an idea. I'm gonna go get a stand so I can hold it up. Hold on. Again, here's my slab stand from Red Wolf Collectibles, guys. I can't recommend this enough. So I need to change my banner real quick. All right, there we go. Updated the stream. The crawler there. Okay, back to comments. Okay. I once ate 6 McRibs in one sitting. Hashtag no. Would it be no McShame? No McShame. I think no McShame. I need to try one. I still cannot believe I've never had one. Hey, Chris and everyone, working class hero. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Brad says, what does the CGC case taste like? It's not as delicious as you would think. But the older the book, it has that old comic book smell. So it does add a little bit of flavor, a little spice. Marcus Morton says, everyone is here to hang out with the BSC, and I'm sitting here seeing if sanity is still in the background. It is for the time being. It is for the time being. Happy Sunday, Chris. Getting ready for Thanksgiving. Yeah, we are. We have family that comes in from out of town, and we host them. And so that is what's coming up probably Tuesday or Wednesday. And we do different activities and things like that. So it's going to be, I'm trying to think of the word. It's going to be fun. It's just, there's just a lot of craziness, but that's fun. It's fun this time of year. Hopefully everybody gets a chance to be around some family and friends and all that good stuff. Bat Beast. Also, I know you don't like Elseworld stories, but you need to get your hands on Absolute Batman. It's fantastic. So that's what, I've been hearing. I really thought that it was more of like, like out of this world stuff. And I think there might be some side stories about that, but I am willing to give it a chance. I don't have a comic book shop near me. So again, I don't ever pick up the individual issues. I wish I did. I mean, that would be something I would love to do every week, is just go in and pick up my order and come home and read. But especially if I have a week off, what am I going to do with myself? I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to clean this room. I just boxed up. Yesterday I spent like all morning. I went out of town to get boxes because I've sold a couple pieces, and I boxed up all of Tweeterhead stuff and some other things. So I've been boxing up some statues and things and trying to get stuff out of here because I want to get this room cleaned up for when family does come here. I wanted to do another tour with my mom. I'm going to do that on Thanksgiving, I think. So you guys will have like a little parent room tour because there has been some things updated since last year, some changes, some new pieces. And so, yeah. But I don't know. I completely went on a weird segue there, but I don't even know how I got to where I ended up with this question. I'm sorry. Kind of scatterbrained this week. Hey, Chris, super pumped for the Mr. Freeze bust. Any idea which Rogue will be up next for pre-order? Riddler, Clayface. I would think Riddler. I think Riddler's closer to being done than Clayface. I think they've gone back and kind of tweaked Clayface a little bit. What I've seen of Clayface, I really like a lot. And so I would imagine Riddler, though. I would imagine. Brad, thank you very much. $20 super chat. Did they let you back on Instagram after what you did? Are you still banned from all Arby's? You're not supposed to talk about the Arby's ban. What I did with that French dip sandwich, you don't want to know. But no. Anyway, no, I'm not back on Instagram yet. So I woke up. Was it yesterday? I can't remember, whatever day it was, Friday, or I think it might've been Saturday morning. And I get, what does it say? It lets me go in there and then it pops up. It says, try again later. We restrict certain activity to protect our community. Based on your use, this action will be unavailable for you until tomorrow. Tell us if you think we made a mistake. And it just keeps popping up this okay message. And so I have no idea what happened. I didn't post anything weird. I didn't do anything out of the ordinary. So I really don't know. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just something that, I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, I haven't been let back in yet. So anyway, hopefully tomorrow. Again, this is my week off. So if I don't get back in, there's Brad right there. Brad is going in the CGC hat. So far for the super chats, we've got Matt Martin and Brad. And again, if you're just joining us, we are going to be giving this away, $5 super chats. For every $5 super chat, you get another entry. And so this is Detective Comics, and this is number 27, Jason Fabok cover right there. So if you're interested, we did an impromptu thing tonight, and it's all thanks to Brad. So thank you very much. And BSC mom is awesome when she tours the room. Loved last year's video. Yeah, I just thought it would be kind of fun. She is not very mobile. It's very difficult for her to get up and down stairs. And so it's a big deal to get her down here. So I'm excited to show her my collection and just, see what she thinks of the new stuff. Definitely got Mr. Freeze on pre-order, and Mr. Freeze, guys, it did sell out, which is amazing. It really is. Kudos to Tweeterhead. I know that Tweeterhead's had some controversy this week. We are going to be announcing, maybe through a video, maybe again, I'm already going back on my word. But we are going to make an announcement that Chad is updating some things that he said on the other night that I think is going to make a few people very happy. So anyway, we'll see about that. We'll see what he says. I used to have a local comic shop near my place, but fallout between comics and gaming co-owners. Oh, that's too bad. That's the thing is, like, I really do wish I had a local place, but it is what it is. At least we can still see you on YouTube and Lonely Fans. Oh, the Lonely Fans. Dear. I would be good on Lonely Fans. Ronaldo Rodriguez. Hi, Chris. Sorry, I've been watching your last reviews. Well, why not? Come on, Ronaldo. What's wrong with you? You should be like every single day. You should be like, has Chris posted a new video yet? Come on. Oh, now I feel bad. I had a fire next to my building. Fortunately, see, I should read the whole comment before I give you crap. I had a fire next to my building. Fortunately, it didn't reach mine. Thank God. Very scary. This sidetracked me, but I'm here now. Well, first of all, I'm so sorry. I feel really bad now. But maybe hopefully I gave you a laugh at least. Yeah, don't ever worry about watching me. I would take care of your life first. I'm just glad that you're okay. That's scary. That's scary. Glad you're okay. Marcus, they made a mistake. Fight him in the ring. What did I miss there? I must have missed a comment. We got Jimmy G in the house. Godlike statues. Hello to you, sir. Hope you're having a great weekend. Lane Kramer. Oh, hey there, Mr. BSC. Hope you're having a good week off. Yeah, it's been good so far. We're getting some stuff done. Like I said, just cleaning the house, getting this room ready for company, and it'll be nice to have the week off. Working Class Hero. Hey, Chris, are you getting the Batgirl PF? I'm excited to get it in, hopefully before Christmas. What do you think? Yes, absolutely. I can tell you there's been a lot of buzz around her with the Batsy Awards. I've been looking at some of the initial voting. People seem to be really liking her, which is really exciting. Great sculpt, fantastic piece. It is Daniel Bell's very first ever female. Just a really fun piece, and I am excited to add her. I worry about keeping her because you guys know how I do with the heroes. I just don't tend to keep them, and so I love that it's got the clay face base. So I know that she will be in my collection for a while. I don't know how long, but I do love the piece. Weird because you can still pre-order Mr. Freeze. Can you? I don't know. They posted it was sold out. No, you cannot order him. There is no button to order. So yeah, he is sold out. He's still available on the page, but there's nowhere to click. So it is sold out. Yep, can't click it. You should have done some art. You should have some art done of you in the Absolute Batman #1 pose called Obsolete Batman. Man. You're on a roll tonight, and I'm here for it. Yeah, there you go. And sell shirts of it. There you go. I am obsolete Batman. I love it. So it's got a nice ring to it. And this doesn't, I mean, seriously, doesn't this face look obsolete? I mean, really? Yeah. No one loves this face. Yeah, no one loves this face. And criminals would be scared of this face. It'd be like, oh, like just like me in New York. Like Billy said, like I'm going to scare everybody away because I was acting crazy. So works out okay. Do you know if they have a Joker bust in the works? They haven't talked about Joker at all. There is no doubt in my mind that they're going to do a Joker. Like they are absolutely going to do a Joker. But with that said, I don't think that they want to prioritize the Joker. Everybody does Batman. Everybody does Joker. Everybody does Wonder Woman, Superman, blah, 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 blah. We are tired of those characters. And that's coming from me, the BSC that loves these characters. So I'm glad that they're doing Clayface and Riddler and, you know, whoever else, Mad Hatter or whoever, whatever other characters that are on my David Finch wall here that we want to see made in statue form. And I think that's going to be really fun. And so they will absolutely do a Joker. But I have not heard of anything. I have not heard any rumblings at all. So yeah, I definitely think there will be a Joker, but again, I'm just really excited for some of the other characters, you know, I really am. I don't see Eric and the others on your videos anymore. Rogues Gallery Live. What? That's where they are. That's where they appear. Rogues Gallery Live. That's where you see Eric, Dan, and all of those fine folks. Jeff Delaney. We got Billy Rios. We got JWR joining us. We got Matt Martin in the house. Sometimes the elusive Jeff Morris pops on. But yeah, just a great crew. And I can't thank those guys enough for being part of the show for all these years. They are the Rogues, and that's just it. All right, we got Jolly Roger entering the contest tonight. So thank you very much. I will put your name on here. So here is your name right there, Jolly Roger. Probably not clear, but kind of clear. There we go. Jolly Roger. So far we've got Brad, we've got Jolly Roger, we've got Matt Martin in for the drawing. So thank you very much. Again, we are giving away this right here, Super Chat giveaway tonight. It is a CGC Jason Fabok Detective Comics 27. So great cover. Love it. It's classic. So cool. So anyway, thank you guys. Thank you for the three of you that have super chatted. I really appreciate it very much tonight. Rock and Roll Rankin says, what's up, Jolly? So what else is going on, guys? What else is going on in collecting? Yeah, now you got me discombobulated about what if they put up Riddler this week? Man, I would have to do a video, right? I mean, I would have to do a video. So yeah, if you're just joining us, I did say that I'm going to take the week off. I've never done that. I've done almost daily videos for 8 years. So yeah, the idea of not doing something, it just, that's really difficult. Very difficult. Speaking of amazing people, this is a drum roll moment. This is the very first time ever in the history. Well, never mind. He just popped on and then he just popped back off. So here's one of the people that are joining us tonight. We got this dude. And the other dude that was just joining us popped on and popped back off. But we're going to keep it a secret because this guy right here has never been on the show. It's like an elusive character, but finally out of the shadows into the light, we have Darth Rashid. How's it going?
Can you see me?
I can see it. I can hear you. That's a good sign. How are you doing?
What's going on?
Welcome to the show. Glad to have you on here.
Yeah, it sounds like a computer. I can't even understand what you're saying.
Oh, no. That's not good.
How do I sound? Do I sound like a computer too?
All right.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yeah, you fine, bro.
Yeah, we can hear you just fine.
Yeah, you all sound like a computer.
It's so
you using
weird.
headphones or something?
All right, I'm letting the TV volume up so I can hear you guys.
Okay.
What's going on, Chris?
I thought you were gonna send it through Messenger. That's why.
All right, good Chiefs win today.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it was another. We were talking earlier before the show. It's like another nail biter.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it's just always crazy to see what the Chiefs are going to do, and they always kind of play either up or down to the level of the team they're playing.
Yeah.
I think this was another example, but like I said, I think Carolina looked pretty good today at times.
Yeah. So, shout out to everybody in the chat. What's going on?
I got to give Brad another. We're doing a super chat giveaway, so I got to give Brad another entry. So here's your second entry, Brad.
What are we giving away?
So we're giving away the Jason Fabok Detective Comics 27 cover.
Oh, that's a nice one. They did a few different ones of that, right? There was like a sketch, black and white, right?
I think so.
And then there was one that had the same color scheme as the Detective 27.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a good one.
So this is the this is a special convention edition. So anyway, for every $5 super chat, Brad is matching that tonight, which is crazy.
Brad with the match. Okay.
Yeah, Brad with the match. So again, thank you, Brad. Jimmy G has also got one right here, so I'm going to put Jimmy on there.
Good luck to everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll put Jimmy on here. So Jimmy, yours is right there. And again, guys, welcome to the show. So first of all, it's awesome to have you on, Darth Rashid. I don't know if you can hear us yet or not, but again,
can you hear us? Rashid, can you hear us?
I don't know if you can hear us yet or not, but again,
I can hear you because I got the TV. I'm listening to the TV before y'all sound. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
I can hear you because I got the TV.
Oh, you're on a little delay, buddy.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. You guys sound like Transformers, just letting you know.
This is like the sideline reporting in the NFL. It's always a little delayed. This is like the sideline reporting in the NFL. Chris, you know what I'm talking about?
I do. It's like we have it's like he's in London and we have to like give that little
Overseas, yeah.
I do. It's like he's in London, and we have to like give that little.
There's like a 5-second delay. What do you got? DirecTV or something? There's like a 5-second delay. What do you got? DirecTV or something?
Nah, I'm on my phone. I told you that's why I wanted. But see, I told you to send me a link through Messenger.
Oh.
Can you do that now? Maybe he can come out and come back in.
I think you can send it. I don't have Messenger, so you can send it to him through Messenger.
Can you do that now? Maybe he can come out and come back in.
I think you can send it.
All right,
yeah, Chris, you have to send it to me, Corey Davis.
Okay, let me try that.
Yeah, Chris, you have to send it to me.
All right, I'm gonna kick you out and come back in. Okay.
Let me try that. All right.
All right, hold on. Let me see if we can get this figured out. There we go. Let's see if this works. All right, hopefully you got it okay. All right, so I got to catch up here just a second. So Brad, that was that his third one? I think that was his third one.
How many have you got so far?
He's got 3. We got Matt Martin, Jolly Roger, and Jimmy. And now we got another one, Frederick L.
What's the grade on the book? I didn't see it.
9.6.
Okay.
There's Frederick right there. It says, good time to say I'm going to see Metallica finally SDCC next year. I would trifecta for the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. That'd be pretty cool. I've seen Metallica 5 times. My 2 favorite ones, we saw them at Mile High, the old Mile High Stadium, and the new Mile High, and it was really cool because they had, when they played the song One. Are you familiar with One? The song about war. Anyway, they had a helicopter fly over the stadium and launch fireworks off of it, and then the whole stage exploded. It was really neat.
That sounds crazy.
It was really cool.
I have not been to a Metallica concert.
It's a good time. It's a really good time.
Actually, you know what though? I did see them play live for just one song for Enter Sandman. Any Yankee fans out there who are familiar with Mariano Rivera, the closer? So the year he retired in 2013, they had a special day honoring him. And they actually had Metallica show up to play Enter Sandman for him live at Yankee Stadium.
That's neat.
One song.
That's cool. It's like me. Like I saw Motorhead. One song. It was at WrestleMania for WrestleMania 17 when he played Triple H down to the ring.
Yeah, they did that a few times though, right?
Yeah, but that was the only time I saw him was 17.
Right.
But
that's cool.
He's like, we got Motorhead. We're gonna kick your ass, and then he time to play the game.
I remember cool. That was against the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was that street fight.
Yes. Wow. Yes. I remember that. Oh my God. Seems like yesterday, man. But that was 17. I can't believe that. We're at what, 41 coming up?
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. That was 2014.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, 2014. Crippler,
man, what's going on? Hey, shout out to the COC crew. Critical Mass, AK, Shane hasn't been around, but Crippler, of course, they always give us a lot of love. So I'm sorry though, bro. We stole Rashid. Chris, you're muted, buddy.
Sorry about that. I had to cough, so I forgot to undo that. I don't want everybody to hear my coughing in the microphone. But yeah, I want to say hello to the COC crew as well. Thank you again for the shout out the other night. That was really cool.
Always give us a lot of love. So
they do. I was going to say they've always been very cool. It was awesome to meet you guys, or at least some of you there in New York. It was just very cool. Like that we finally got to connect with other shows and other collectors and stuff that I've never been able to do. So that was really awesome for me.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Anyway, yeah.
But you know, while Rashid's working out his technical difficulties, we'll just kind of refresh everyone. Wrestling Rogues, yes, I know, Josh. But Wrestling Rogues is a good channel. Anybody not subscribed, please go do that.
That's right. Hopefully, we'll get it going someday. I don't know.
Yeah,
it didn't help that I'm taking a week off. I don't know if you heard that, but I'm taking a week off this week.
Oh, nice.
That is, I've never taken a week off. I've barely taken ever a day off ever, period. But I am going to kind of taking a week off. But like we're filming the Tweeterhead announcement for Thanksgiving, so we're doing that tomorrow. So I am kind of doing it. But anyway, I'm going to be putting that up on Thursday, and then but there's not going to be any other content this week. So I'm taking a week off. I can't believe I'm saying it, and I'm sure I'm going to go back on my word because I can't handle it. Not posting and not doing all this crap. That's just me. But anyway, and then somebody's like, what if they announced the Riddler this week? I'm like, darn you. Yeah, it's like I would have to probably do a video. Like I just can't. I can't not. But even if I let's say I took 3 days off, that's still pretty good. That's still something I've never even done that in probably 6 years at least.
Wow. All right.
Which is crazy.
But, just to kind of like reiterate the story a little bit, kind of do a little refresher. We did a little segment on Rogues where we were talking about the Sick Mansion collectible situation, and worked out fine for me, thank God. You know, and I know it worked out good for a few other folks, and hopefully everybody did get squared away. But what happened with that was trying to get this piece right here, and didn't work out. Whatever, move on. Again, like collectors do, you know, when you try to get something and it doesn't work out, you try your best to put it out of your mind and not think about it anymore and be on to the next thing. So I was on to the next thing. Don't know what that next thing was. Totally forgot. And, you know, I was with Eric B heading into Baltimore Comic-Con and got an early morning text from Chris. What was that, about 9 o'clock in the morning?
I think so.
It was early. And so Chris hits me up. And like I said, I'm walking into the con, and those of us who go to cons know you're carrying a lot of stuff and you're hustling, right? And he says, hey, I got a guy on Facebook who is selling his. That's what Chris said. You know, I guess that's what it looked like. And that it was available, you know. And Chris was like, hey, should I give them your information? I said, yeah, of course, you know. And I would say within 5 minutes, I got a text message from Corey saying, oh, I'm also known as Darth Rashid. Blah, blah,
I was going to say, I forget his name's Corey because I'm so used to calling him Darth Rashid. I forget that it's just Corey. Yeah, that's right. I forget.
So here's the thing. I didn't even know his name was Corey. So he's like, hey, I'm Darth Rashid or whatever. You know, I'm on this show. I'm on that show. I was like, dude, I've been collecting statues since 2016. I know who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Anybody who knows, who's been in the game for a long time, the way that we've been, you know, all those guys from back in the day, you know, Thor and then Darth Rashid and Junior and, you know, Cartel from Hell, who was the first YouTuber I ever watched. You know, he doesn't do YouTube anymore. Wherever he is, I hope he's doing well. But yeah,
my first one was Bruce Campbell's Chin. That was my first one. I don't know if you remember him or not.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now he's back.
There he is. Oh, and look, he had the flex.
Oh, man. Yeah, he did.
That was done on purpose. You had no technical difficulties. You wanted to get the right angle. Make it out.
So Billy hits me up on the phone, and he's like, dude, you have no idea what Rashid has. Like, his collection is stacked to the max. And so I got to do this to you, my friend. I didn't realize how many pieces you have. Like you
I
got
don't even know
everything.
he don't even know how many pieces he has. I asked him, how much do you think is in this room? 250, 260, something like that. He had no idea.
You don't have the spreadsheets?
Nah, you know what's funny? I totally forgot that I had the Shogun. And we were standing, and I said, "Oh, I forgot. Yeah, dude, I got the Shogun. It's right there."
Oh yeah, you see him over there. Listen, just got to peep it. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. So,
but your basement is going to get like that, Chris. But sometimes you sell pieces, but I guarantee you, your basement will get like mine eventually.
I was gonna say I've got some room still. It's like those dreaded bottom shelves, but
you got a lot of room. But
yeah.
So Rashid hits me up and says he actually didn't have it for sale. He had his waitlist convert from Prime One. So I had never purchased someone's waitlist before. So I wasn't sure about the process of how it goes. And he's like, hey, listen, just send me the deposit. I'll secure the order. And then we could either pay for it or we could you got to fix that, Chris. I
was trying to see it because every time I put a comment up, it blocks his face. So I was just trying to figure out a way to.
No, because he has the computer probably where you only see his face.
Yeah, it's
because he wants to see Han. That's why. You know?
Yeah, that's right.
He thinks he's slick. I know what he's doing. Yeah, he wants us to see. Look, I got these. Hey, those things are insane in person. Oh.
We just got people randomly popping on.
Everybody's popping on.
I love it.
What's going on, brother?
What's up, guys?
What's going on, man? So he's like, hey, man, just send a deposit and we'll work it out from there. If you want to do a payment plan, if you want to pay for it, whatever you want to do, we'll figure it out. But it only had, I think you saw it late, you said, right? So by the time you let me know about it, you only had a couple of days to accept it.
Right.
So
I'm going to give you a couple, I think, a week or two.
Yeah, because you didn't see it for a while. You only get like 2 week window or something, or like 10 days or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So gave him the money for the deposit, and then we just kind of forgot about it. I think at first we decided to put it on a payment plan, and he was like, hey, I had other things going on. It kind of was an expense that I really wasn't ready for. And I think by the time I don't think I haven't made a payment, because by the time the next payment came around, I just gave you the whole thing. I was like, you know what? Let's just pay for this. Let's get it shipped. I don't want to have you to keep reminding me, hey, the payment or whatever. And that's not how I like to. My mind would have went, So got it paid for, and it was only about 4 weeks, I think, maybe. And then we hooked up at New York Comic-Con.
Right.
And
that's when I met you, Chris.
I think we met. Yes, that's when we all met. And I think it shipped that Monday. So that was Saturday that we were all together, right? Mm-hmm. And then it shipped Monday. And whatever showed up on Friday. So
like a month later, right? It's about a month later.
You know what, man? It might have 5 weeks, and then with the week in the States.
Yeah.
So
we're pretty fast though. We're pretty fast.
All just not too bad at all. Yeah, it was so. But what I want to talk about, and I know me and Chris have talked about this, and it's like us in the community, and whether if it's on YouTube or Facebook or whatever it is, we sometimes, a lot of times, kind of always focus and highlight the bad stuff, the scammers, or this went wrong or that went wrong, something like that, But what we don't always talk about is that a lot of good stuff does go on behind the scenes, and we have a lot of folks in this community, not just the YouTube community, but in the statue community. If you're on Facebook, if you're on Marketplace or whatever it is, especially us here in the group, that we all kind of like just look out for each other. And, I've done it privately for a lot of people. This was actually the first time that I've ever had my friends help me out to grab something. But, Chris wanted a Gotham by Gaslight. Sideshow was out of them. His wait list ain't converting. I happened to see one on eBay. Hey, check it out. Chris has a Gotham by Gaslight.
Bought it in 20 minutes.
Bought it in 20 minutes. Dan Dufault, one of our brothers, was looking for Frankie Reborn. They were sold out at the time. I was like, hey, I see one online. Check it out. He had it 2 days later, and I've done that for other folks too, So, when for a piece like this with an ES of 130, it was going to be a little bit more difficult to find one, And so, like I said, when it didn't work out with the way that I tried to get it, the way I thought I was going to get it, I kind of really just tried to put it out of my head. I was like, there's no way one of these things is going to come up, and for it to come up the way that it did, I couldn't be more appreciative. And, it's kind of one of those things when you look at it, when you look at the piece, just like you said the other day, when you look at the bat bike, it's a cool piece. You love it. But when you look at it, you think about Dan. You think about when he came over and he surprised everybody. And when you guys put it together and did the review. I got other pieces that if you bought it from Sideshow or whatever, no big deal. I was just at Rashid's house the other day and we went into his Star Wars, his room that he's in right now. And as soon as he walked in there, we looked at his life-size R2-D2, which is opposite him. And he immediately said, I drove 6 hours in the snow. It came because if you drove for a piece, if you got it secondhand or whatever, or you did some craziness, whenever you look at it, it's always going to be in your head how you got it. I'm sure Matt can, I'm sure he has pieces that when he looks at them, he's just like, oh, okay. He said, hey, I drove 6 hours in the snow, picked them up, brought them back. And every time he looks at that piece, that's what he thinks about. It's going to, when I look at this one, it's going to be hard not to think of Chris and Rashid because without them, I wouldn't have it. So thank you, gentlemen. I'll let everybody know that this ended up great. And I couldn't be more appreciative for these two guys. So really, thank you.
I got the Deathstroke, the Prime 1 Deathstroke, about a year ago, and I got it from Jim Mint, and he just happened to be selling it. I said, hey, I want it, and I wasn't really had the finances at the time because I'd just been spending a lot, but I was like, look, I can give you half right now, half in 2 weeks, and he worked with me, and it's like George just got it. George Raw got it, and he says the same thing. He'll never sell that Deathstroke. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's always cool.
I agree. I have it. We'll never sell it.
No, I might box it up and but to kind of make room for stuff, but I'll never sell it. Type thing like that.
How about you, Darth Rashid? Do you have a specific story that really comes to mind that you look at a piece and you're like, okay, I got a connection to this thing.
I got a lot of stories.
Got a lot of pieces.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's hear a couple.
Like I said, I went to what was it? Rochester, New York. I will never go up there ever again. And I went up there near Christmas Eve, and I went up there and I paid the guy, and the guy thought that I scammed him because he said it's pending. I said that's what they do on That's what they do on PayPal. And so he called the lady up and said, no, the money's there. It's just pending. So I said, listen, sir, I want to pack this thing up. I want to get out of here. It's about to snowstorm. And he's like, but just hold on for a minute. And then when the lady finally said that it was good to go, as I'm driving out of Rochester, the snowstorm started coming down. So I'm thinking maybe I'll beat it. And you ever seen The Shining? The movie?
Oh, it's my favorite horror movie. Mm-hmm.
Scottman Crothers, when he's in the snow tractor going to save the little boy, that I drove through something like that. Oof. It's like up there, whoever's in front on the highway, there is no road. You don't see any road. It's just all white snow. And whoever's in front, everybody follows. And it was like, I counted about 15 people that was in the ditches. And when I finally made it, and I'm cursing at R2-D2, by the way. I'm cursing at the statue. I said, I came all the way up here for effing this and effing that for you. You know what I'm saying? And then I finally get home. A block of ice drops right off the car. And I'll check the newspaper, and they said about 30 people died that night.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So I was like, you're nut for driving 6 hours up and 6 hours back through a snowstorm for R2-D2.
How sore were your knuckles that night?
Oh, let me tell you something.
Oof.
When you have I had like a car rented, but when you feel that wind blowing, the thing when you closer to New York City, there's guardrails, but when you go upstate, there are no guardrails. So if you go over to a ditch, that's where it's at, and you gotta wait for somebody to get you out of there. So
I'm in the middle of Kansas, so we have a lot of that where there's just it's just all field everywhere. And so there was 2019 we saw we were in Wichita, which is about an hour and 20 minutes outside of our hometown, and we took our whole family. We saw Kiss, and it was like their farewell, which they've had like 15 of those, but it started snowing in Wichita, and by the time we got like even 10 minutes outside of Wichita, we couldn't see the road.
Right.
Whiteout conditions, you can't see 3 feet in front of you. Like there was, again, it just was probably the most scary I've ever experienced. But same thing, you know, you see cars everywhere, you see the big semi trailers off the road, and it's just, well, you white knuckle it. We got to get home. You got to get home.
Yeah, but I was telling people with shipping and everything, I said it might come to a point where shipping gets so bad we may have to drive and pick our own pieces up just to be shipping, you know, because I know I drove for that Shogun, I drove to Massachusetts. That was 4 hours going up, but coming back was like 5 to 6 hours coming back, you know, just for that piece. Yeah. So I drove for some pieces, man. I mean, I've heard people going all the way to from Texas, all the way out just to get a piece, you know. So
I've had a guy, I was selling something, and I'm in South Jersey, and I said, "Where are you?" He goes, "Oh, I'm in Pennsylvania." And I was like, "Okay, where in Pennsylvania?" He goes, "Well, you know, you're right there." I'm like, "Dude, Pennsylvania's a big state, dude." And he was in, you know, I was like, "If you're in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, yeah, it's right there." He was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and he drove all the way from Pittsburgh, 7 hours, and you got to go through mountains and all that stuff. And he came and picked it up.
Well, it's awesome. And there's just a lot of people that they really worry about the shipping. You know, they worry about, you know, issues. They would rather just come get it. But that's a lot of dedication. 7 hours. That's pretty.
It'd be cool. It'd be cool if like you do pick up something and then you got like a buddy that comes with you. That's like, okay, let's go get this thing. You know what I'm saying? Because then it just makes the drive more memorable and fun. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right. And just like we were talking about, Matt, that person like that, they'll probably remember that road trip that, yep. Oh, I went with my boy Chris to go pick that up, you know. It's always going to be there. You know, and I think, you know, a lot of us get our stuff from Sideshow or Prime One or whatever, and it's like, yeah, whatever. I think the pieces that, you know, have a story behind them, those always tend to be a little bit more special.
But just like we talked about New York, you know, what is the most memorable part of that trip to you?
Yeah. It's always
right. It was us walking through the streets of New York, going to Brooklyn Bridge. Like that was the most memorable part for us.
Me and Eric were talking about that. I think me and you talked about it. You know, you've been to one Comic-Con, you've probably been to all of them. They're all kind of the same, you know. Yep. So what makes them cool, you know, it's just the people that you roll with, the people that you can run into. This year, aside from all the craziness that we did in the city on that day, because we wanted to take Josh around, you know, obviously meeting Rashid, meeting all the people
at the Finch booth, by the way, at the Finch booth.
At the Finch booth.
Yeah, we did.
People that wanted to say hello to us, or you know, or really say hello to Chris, stopped him. Are you the Batman statue collector? They say hello to Chris, and then they were like, "Oh, you're I'm there sometimes, you know." Yeah, like so. It was like, "Oh yeah, you're few people, Billy." Yeah, okay, but that was fun to just meet everybody, and that's, you know, the con is what it is, but hooking up with your folks and. That's what makes it more fun.
This year, this is what it was for, the meetup. That's what I went to Comic-Con for. I didn't really go to get, because if you notice, it wasn't big statue vendors out there this year, like, you know, but I just went up there to meet everybody, you know. So I had more fun with the meetups and hanging out with people.
Well, especially like just the fact that PCS actually had a booth. I mean, that kind of felt like the old school, you know, like where we like
extension of PCS,
yeah, because you know we saw Mr. X there, and you know there was the COC people were there. It's like it was a lot of just a lot of cool people. Yeah, I was gonna say it was really neat.
COC, see. Man, you can't throw that up. When I already told Crippler, listen, man, because he's in the chat. Rashid is moved up to the big leagues like George and Wheezy. Right? He's a rogue now, brother. All right? We're gonna get him some merch.
We stole him right out of
on Wednesday nights now. No more, Sorry, brother.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
But so I go up to Rashid's house on Friday, and it was raining. See, I'm always gonna remember it was storming around here. Yep. And I was just gonna run in, get it, say what's up, hang out for a little bit, and split. You know what I'm saying? Because I had other things I had to get to, and he lives about 3 hours from me. So we're up there talking. I must have been there for what, like over 2 hours. We're just, you know, hanging out, talking crap about people in the community that we don't like. And
We never do
talk,
that.
Just talking crap about a lot of folks. Yeah, we name dropped a lot of people. But we're just hanging out and you know, talking about the way we grew up and things we got going on. And then finally he was like, let me take you downstairs. So I was like, all right.
You're like, about damn time.
Let's do this. Now listen, I'm sure we all experienced. Matt got a great room. Chris, fabulous. People come in here, people go in your rooms. If they don't get this hobby, they may not even, everybody knows baseball cards or comics or whatever. Not everybody knows that this is a thing. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes when folks come over, especially people that I have even like working in my house, that if they come down to shut my irrigation off or whatever, and they come through here, or, you know, I had a guy install a new boiler and he passed by the room and he's like, what is that? You know, and they go.
You ever have people take pictures? I've had people come in here and be like, they're like, do you care if I take pictures? Because then they got to send them to their family.
I had my UPS guy come in who brings the boxes. And he was like, man, and it says whatever, Batman or whatever it is. And he was like, man, some of these things are big, dude. And I was like, you want to see what they look like? And he was like, the truck has a tracker and they could tell. I was like, well, you know, it'd be quick. Comes in, I was like, you probably delivered half this stuff. And he was just like, unbelievable. This is crazy. But like I said, people come into the room and they think it's cool and they're like, oh, wow, this is great or whatever. You know, I'm sure you guys all deal with that.
Yep.
You know, and you got like, hey, this is this, this is that. I had the pleasure of going to Eric B's house. He's got one of the best collections in the glass around the TV. It's very elegant. It's very nice. Of course, till this day, I'm the only one who has seen Wayne Manor Rocket City. Okay,
Yep.
Guys, keep waiting for the tour. All right. You know, so, and it's always fun. So we go downstairs to Darth Rashid's basement, right? And he's constantly telling me to be careful. Be careful with your head. Be careful when you walk down. Don't move. Don't turn around. I'm like, they are everywhere. This is something, I don't know who in the chat might have been to your crib or has seen this. It's a sight. And I told him it's a little hoarded. I'm gonna be honest. They're a little here, there. And I said, how do you enjoy this? He said, oh, I do. I come, I stand over there. So I stand over there so I can see those back there, and I can see those back there. So, dude, I'm talking 1/3, 1/4, life-size bus, prime one, side. It's just crazy. You don't even know where to look. So finally we make our way to the back, and I'm like, oh wow, look at that back there. Oh, look at this over there. You got that too? Oh man. And it's funny because when he gave this wait list up to me, he says, oh yeah, I'm gonna give it up because I realized you can't have everything. I'm like, well, you damn near do. Like, this is I was like, you've almost accomplished that. There's nothing you don't have, custom pieces. Just, it's crazy. So then we make our way around a couple of bestas because there's stuff in the middle of the room, make our way back towards the DC section, right? And then that's when I saw the clay face, and I tried to FaceTime you. You were, I think said you were at dinner. I want you to see this. This was crazy. He's got the Solomon Grundy and a few other things. And it was just, I don't even think I saw everything, and I might have been in the room for at least a half an hour, you know? And then you go upstairs to the Star Wars room where he is now, right? It's a smaller room, but in that smaller room, you have a life-size Boba Fett, a life-size Han Solo in Carbonite. You got a life-size R2-D2 and a bunch of shit. I don't even know if I looked at everything, and I was there for like a while, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's I didn't want to get into his furniture that's actually throughout the house, right? Because that was
don't forget my bar. Don't forget my bar.
Chris, Matt, he's got this thing in the living room that is, I would say, 6 feet tall, round. It looks like the bomb from Oppenheimer. All right. Look. Oh, you know what it looks like? Remember Dark Knight Rises? The bomb. That
Yeah, it does look like that.
Yeah. It looks like that. It looks like an atomic bomb, right?
But what is it?
I'll tell you. To me, I had no idea what it was, right? So he starts undoing these latches on it, like metal latches. and it opens up. It opens up like an Easter egg. The plastic eggs that got the candy on the inside. You open it, and it's a bar. He's got like wine glasses hanging upside down in there. It's like he's got bottles of Hennessy, tequila. Oh, it's a bar. Once you open it, and you can just pull up a chair next to it, and it's like a bar.
That's awesome.
It's insane.
Where'd you get that thing? Is it like a custom thing, or did you?
I saw Restoration Hardware. I have like more like I'm more into the industrial furniture.
Yeah.
So I'll send you a picture of the messenger. But I have like you said, I have my.
You gotta send a picture of it closed and a picture of it open.
Yeah, well, the cable guy came in and he looked at it and he said, "What is that?" And I told him it's a bar. I said, "Can I take a picture of that?" I said, "Yeah, go ahead."
Didn't you have like the gas company come in and actually what it was?
Yeah, because somebody's body could fit in it. So.
Yeah, I've actually seen that at Restoration Hardware. That's where we get all our furniture from.
Oh, you know this stuff, Matt?
Yeah, like, and he'll tell you, but Restoration Hardware, they have like the big ones. They have a restaurant up top, and you can go and eat. I mean, it's not like going to a. It's not like going to a rooms to go. It's like walking into a museum, and you go room by room, and they got look by look, and you just kind of, and there's no salespeople who like be pushy because they're like, hey, if you're in here, it's kind of like one of those. If you're in here, you're gonna drop about what was $20,000 on a piece of furniture. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. I mean, but our whole house is Restoration Hardware. That's what my wife
really
put me onto that. But it's got
you two need to link up.
It's got the industrial look. We have the brass balls hanging down. I mean, we have.
You in New York, man?
Yes, all industrial.
Are you in New York?
Huh?
Are you in New York?
No, we're in Gainesville, Florida. They have one in Jacksonville. They got one in Orlando.
Right.
But the one in Jacksonville it's the newer one, and it has the restaurant up top, and you can eat.
Right.
You can eat at it and everything else like that. But it's just a clear, totally like clear building, type thing with all glass. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, Figure Kong says if you're in there, you have money to burn, apparently. Yep. So, yeah, exactly. I want to give a shout out to the TK Magic Shop, new subscriber here. Glad to check out the live. Really happy to have you here. So hope you enjoy the channel. And he has a question for Darth Rashid. Were you ever in the 501st?
No, I was trying. I didn't get into 501st, but I always wanted to go to the Star Wars celebration. So but I know they have it in. Sometimes they have it here. There's something have it in the UK, and I don't know where else they have it at.
It's usually Anaheim, isn't it? Like at the convention center there.
Yeah. So every time it happens, I'm always just like San Diego Comic-Con. I always miss tickets to get it. So I always wanted to go to the celebration for Star Wars.
Be cool. Who is the? I can't remember the collector that. I think he is part of the 501st.
Right.
I can't think of.
For those of us who are lame Star Wars, not too into, what exactly is that?
It's like the Stormtrooper Legion, right?
Yeah,
right. Like you have to have a certain you have to have the correct everything in order to be part of it. Yeah.
Otherwise, you're not getting in.
Yeah, it's like a membership.
Yeah, I don't think it's that easy to get in either.
Yeah, I've seen them. They've been at MegaCon several times, and they put on like a big presence, put it that way.
TK Magic Shop says, very nice. Yes, I'm a retired 501st. I worked as a TK for Disney Lucasfilm. That's awesome.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cool.
That's really cool. No, that we should talk. I'd say we're big Disney fans here in this group.
Nice.
That's really awesome. Congratulations. That's fantastic.
Matt, what are you doing with your audio right now that you sound so good?
No bullfrog tonight, my friend.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Well, that's why I kind of messaged you, Chris. I don't know if it's like when we add more people, but it just seems like when it's just like this, like 3 or, with respect 4 people or something like that, it's no problem. So I don't know.
So nothing.
We should kick Delaney and Dan out.
But
We don't need the OG Rogues. Whatever.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
No, but I'm not doing the earbuds either. But I'm not doing the earbuds
Dude,
because Chris said don't do the earbuds.
You sound perfect right now, man.
So,
Yeah, because as soon as you took them out on Wednesday, it was better for a while, and then all of a sudden
yeah.
it went back. So I don't know.
It's just
But-
one of those things. It's just wonky. You know what I'm saying? It's just real wonky. It's frustrating too, being the only one that it does. You know,
Dude,
what I'm saying?
right now it's like perfect. You don't,
Yeah,
But
and
I'm
I turned
thinking-
up your volume on my end too, and it sounds I can hear you really well.
I'm
So-
thinking about, I was on Jimmy's show the other night. Man, that RDJ Iron Man, that thing is dead on.
It turned out great.
It is.
That
I'm
is
thinking about biting the bullet. He was like, "Where would you put it?" But one of our oldest recently moved out, so we bought a property. I said, "I got a property to sit in the bitch." And
That'll
he
be the
said,
Iron Man house.
yeah. I mean, I put together like 13 Sam's Club shelving in that for that house because he's big into Legos and Transformers and all that. So I was like, I got a place to put it, and things like that. But it's tempting, put it that way.
That's
Nice.
awesome. Well, like Corey, like what do you find to be your do you have a main focus? Like, is there something that you're like more passionate about than other things that
Yeah,
you
I
collect?
was just gonna ask you that.
Wow. That's what got me all in this trouble because I have so much lines. So it's like Star Wars has always been number one. Before I even when Sideshow came out, I never was into buying comic book statues because I felt like they never got the pure essence of that. So everything was Star Wars. But then I'm a big X-Men collector, always been a Batman collector. So that's when I started getting, and that's what, of course, when I started watching your channel, I was like, yeah, I'm into Batman too.
And so you were with us early on. I remember you messaging me like you've been around for some. God, I feel like I've been around forever, but like I just remember you messaging me like right out of the gate. Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure that I got all I always wanted was like the whole Batman roles, all the villains, and it was like, unfortunately, certain licensing companies didn't make characters. So of course, we see some fan art or whatever, but so far I got everything. I want to see how this man back, but I've been concentrating right lately. Is my last line is my X-Men line because I'm really trying to actually fall back because he sees my basement. I'm basically out of room because I have the Batwing. I think I asked
It's
you.
not
Did you have
basically,
to,
bro.
Oh, you got the big Batwing?
right? I have a Batwing,
Man.
and right now it's in storage.
Oh my God! How big is the box?
No, the box. If you see the box,
Because it comes in pieces.
Yeah,
it does.
But
The box wasn't that big. Once you get it together, it's massive.
Once you put it together, and see, I felt like you should have. I felt like you should have had that because
I know some people said I should put it on my ceiling.
You can hang it upside down.
Yeah, hang it from the ceiling.
Hang it on the wall.
Right. It should be. It should be by the wall. I know you got your artwork there, but I think maybe on the other side, that thing should sit on your wall.
It's just such a cool thing. It's so massive. It's so cool.
And when you put it together, it's so big. I really don't have no way to put it. So it's in my storage unit collecting dust right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
does that kill you? Like, does it like do you like? Because like I hear about collectors all the time. It's like, yeah, I've had stuff in storage for 5 years, and eventually I'll display it. Like, oh my, I couldn't wait 5 years.
You want to know? Let me tell you something. The type of collector I've always was. Remember Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Yeah.
You put the Ark in. It's kind of like if you had like Van Gogh. Even though you can't, it's maybe because you don't want to put it up there because it's so expensive, but you own that piece of artwork.
Yeah.
So you can go and look at it yourself, and then you put it. It's protected because I had my Millennium Falcon. A lot of people that know me, I had a Millennium Falcon that Billy saw. That Millennium Falcon sat in my storage unit for about 20 years before I displayed it.
Wow.
Because I loved it so much, I wanted to protect it. So I would just go look at it, open it up, look at it, and then put it back in the box because I didn't want anybody around it, So, and then I said to myself, I said, you're getting older now. You need to display it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. But right now, The Batwing is in storage. If any of you guys are Alien fans, that Space Jockey.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's in storage. I don't have no room for that. You know. I might be getting a life-size bus, but right now I don't know have any place to put it. So,
Which one do you want to get?
The Mandalorian. Sideshow. Yeah.
Sideshow one.
Good piece.
Yeah, Sideshow one.
So
when I got it for him, the triumphant, I said, dang, maybe I should have kept it. But then I said to myself, you don't have no way, where you gonna put it? Because I have like 4 samurai pieces, and I did have Poison Ivy. I sold that piece, and then I recently got, I don't know if you know about the character the Blob from the X-Men.
Oh yeah.
So fan art of him, and that piece, Billy saw it, you know, and that I had to put it all the way in the back. So
yeah, I saw the head, like this much of it, because there was a bunch of other stuff in front of it.
Yeah. So the Batman section is just, I love how it looks. It's just dark.
You're like, what?
It looks like Gotham. It's
like
supposed
Gotham.
to be. It's my Gotham. You know?
I sent them the pictures of this thing, this small. Well, I sent them last night. He texted me back late. It's like 2 a.m. You're probably out running the town. He's like, "Oh, it's dope. If you ever want to sell it, let me know. I want first dibs."
But you know what? I said,
we've all been there. We've all been there. It's like, as soon as we sell something, I
sent Chris a couple of messages about statue. I said, if you ever want to sell it, let me know.
Let me know.
You know, and by the time I get it, and then all of a sudden he sells it, and I already have it.
Yeah.
I sent them a message this morning. I texted them back this morning when I saw it. I was like, where you gonna put it? You got no room. It's over. It's over. Unless you're gonna go into, he could literally put, and it's a big house. He could put statues in. I told him this too, in every room, and fill up the house. That's how many he's got.
But I don't know about you guys, but it's just like the same thing with the boxes. I don't want my house to be cluttered with boxes. You know, when people come to the house, I want them to be able to say, all right, I want to be able to walk around other than my collection room. I want them to be able to walk around. Boxes. There's some YouTubers that got boxes all over the place, garage filled, and you know, I never liked that. So
I don't like the clutter. I don't like clutter.
It is hard with the boxes. I mean, we've all talked about how like it should. That's like the bane of the hobby because you can't throw them away. You got to keep them. And a lot of people do throw them away and then they regret it. Like, oh crap! Like, and then you see people like, hey, does anybody have the box for this? Like, come on, no one's gonna. Yeah.
And I try to tell people, if you're gonna collect, especially collecting Prime 1, XM, any of these guys that's creating these big size statues, I said eventually you're gonna need a storage unit. I try to let them know that I have to juggle storage units. So when this storage unit goes up in price, I got to immediately say how long I got till it's go up in price. Oh, it's going to go up next the month after next. I'm already hustling the next storage unit, getting me a what you call it, U-Haul truck.
Yep.
I've done it myself, and I come home at the end of the night exhausted because I just moved 2 storage units just to get a sale, to keep a certain price, to not go past $200 a storage unit, because majority of the time I have a 10 by 15. You know, some people have better storage units or they have a hookup. I don't know. But this is what you have to do. You got to go to storage unit right before the fees go up.
The price fluctuates like on a market, right?
Right. And it's just it's rent. You know, it's like rent. It's like rent in New York City or anywhere else. They'll tell you
the rent fluctuates on a market. If this person's getting this for a 2-bedroom apartment, they're going to want to raise your rented charges.
And they send you emails saying your rent is going up. And it's like you're looking at like you live in an apartment, and away you rush in to see, look who has the cheaper rate. But the thing is, this is what happens, and this is the perks of what goes on with the hobby that you got to deal with, unfortunately.
It is, like I said, it is the worst part of the hobby, really. But it's just something that has to be done.
I'll never throw my boxes away, because once you throw that box away, the value, you just killed the value, in my opinion. Because people are going to say, well, you ain't got the box. You know, can you knock off this amount?
Well, you can't
bad enough
You're not gonna be able to sell it unless they come and pick it up. And like you said, you're gonna get a quarter of,
right.
And that's if you could find that person who wants to buy it without a box. Because remember, if they ever want to move off of that piece, they got to go through the same thing you just did. Well, I don't have the box. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
and it's bad enough that it's hard to sell nowadays in this type of market. So imagine not having a box. People definitely want to slash off a lot of money off that piece.
Yeah. Well, it's just the peace of mind for the protection of it. And that's the whole point of the box is to protect the statue.
Yep.
I mean, even if you buy it, I mean, like, you guys are back east where I feel like you guys have the ability to connect with other collectors a little easier. Like I'm in the middle of nowhere. And so no one else is collecting this stuff around me. So again, I would have to drive the hours and hours and hours to get to somebody. But, even if you are just giving it to somebody else that's in your neighborhood or, the city over or whatever, like, people still generally want the box because then if they ever sell it,
I mean, you can get away without the brown shipper, but you need. I mean, you want to have it, but sometimes brown shippers, when they come from Sideshow, just take a beating. You could always make a brown shipper. You need that styrofoam though.
Yep.
Yeah, styrofoam's the key. But yeah, I mean, I think as long as you have the art box or the styrofoam, I think you're okay. But yeah, I agree.
Actually, let me correct myself. There's only one box that I actually recently got rid of, and that was the box to this.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
if you would have seen that box, I said, "What am I carrying?" It was it's like a coffin. I said, "Why am I?" I said, "I gotta get rid of this box, man, because it's taking a lot of space."
Is it super heavy?
It's just what it is. It's just it's like about 6 styrofoam legs.
Okay.
Like, cardboard legs on there, so it will get a little bit heavy, but I just had to let it go. Just, that's the only thing. But when it comes to the lifestyle, the Boba Fett, there's like 5 boxes. I didn't let go of those, but the Han Solo, the Carbonite, I had to let the box go.
What was the assembly on that? Like, how did it go?
The Carbonite or the Boba Fett? Oh, the Carbonite. I had to call one of my boys because it has two hinges on each side. So I had to get it from downstairs all the way up here. And then you got to hook it up. Then you got to put the panels on there and everything. And, it's crazy.
Are you shaking your head at Brad's joke? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
That man.
He is so quick too. I mean, again, I hung out with him all day. He's so quick. I love it.
So Rashid, you've been in the game a long time, just like I have, and Chris, Matt. How do you see it from when? I mean, because me and Chris always talk about when PFs were, 350, 400, and where the pricing has gone. But I will say, before you answer, pricing has gone up, but I also see the production value in the pieces going up as well. Do you agree with that? Like, as far as like pricing has gone up, where do you see? I mean, we just saw the Next Level event with that Riddler that looks like a picture of, if they can do that. I mean, sculpting and the digital render, all this stuff, like, from when you started to what we have today, how do you see it going? Are you happy with the,
Well, we never happy. We never happy to spend money in the inflation.
Right, but you are getting, what I'm saying is you are getting more. You are getting better sculpts. At least we see that where the product is better.
Well, this was how I was as a collector. I'm speaking just for me. If somebody said that's $1,000, because I had that. My first statue was Atticus Boba Fett, and I think it was like $900. And I told a story on my channel one time. This is the type of collector I was. I'm not just collecting no more. I was. I didn't care. If I want that piece, I was going to do the overtime that I wanted that piece. And the job I was working, as I told you, I'm a retired correction officer. So I was willing to work these rough ass areas just to get that piece. And at the time, I remember I'm not like this no more, but I remember my gas bill was due. And I said, they can't get inside my house. At the time, my meter was in the inside. I said, they can't get inside my house. I said, I want that statue more.
You got the gas turned off. You got the gas turned off.
No, they couldn't turn it off.
Oh,
They couldn't get it out of my house. So I said, no, I want that statue more. I said, I'll pay them next week.
so you guys know that this has snow on it, right? It's got
Yeah.
like a
It's
right,
got
so-
shimmer effect too.
right. So I remember back in the day, I had the Sideshow Wolverine PF, the brown suit one, that he's like it's like
Japan.
it's like a Japanese bridge that he was on. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And it had a snow base, and you can pair it up with the Sabretooth piece, right? And they both had snow bases. And I remember thinking back then, wow, this snow looks so good. You know, this is great. I mean, the way they painted this is amazing. Then I got the Arkham Mr. Freeze, and I was like, wow, they did this snow sucks. This is unbelievable. I can't believe this. The ice shards, the whole thing. And you see this, and it looks like ice. It has that shimmer that if you like, you walk down the street and it's like black ice, and you don't walk on it because you might slip. That's what it looks like. It looks like a sheet of ice over concrete, and whatever paint technique that they used or whatever it is, it's got that icy on concrete shimmer to it, Matt being in Florida doesn't know anything about that, but
no, he doesn't.
I know.
The only time I see snow is when I come to New York.
Well, here in New York, when we get like black ice, right, on the street from way over, when the street light hits it, it has like a shimmer to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it looks like at the bottom of the base. It's really amazing.
I think the Penguin's even better because it's got even more snow than that one does. And
it has
so,
more snow and a little bit more of the concrete that I'm talking about, like that brick. It has a little bit more of that,
Yeah, but it's it's just night and day different from the Mr. Freeze, like you said. It really it's come so far in the paint techniques.
Well,
I love that Penguin.
Well,
I think Prime One did a job on that one.
Chris, you remember how a few months ago Prime One said for a price you can get customized.
Correct.
So I'm on
if anyone's done that
because one of our oldest one, he's into the Transformers, the movie. So I'm like buying statues for that for Christmas. I've got like 3 going on the sale. But anyway, they're offering that customization on the older statues too.
Really?
Yeah, I was surprised because on the blackout from the movie, he's the helicopter basically. They were offering some form of customization for like $500 extra. So they're even offering it on the older statues.
Wow.
Not just the newer ones.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's expensive.
Yeah, I mean, with respect, I don't know how popular that's going to be for them.
Yeah, it's funny. Like Matt, you just mentioned Transformers, and I didn't see no Transformer pieces, man.
Where?
At Rashid's house. That seems to be the one. I kind of figured you would be all in on that. Is he frozen?
It might be.
Oh,
no, there he is.
How come you don't have any Transformer pieces?
Oh, it's on me. I thought you was asking Matt. No,
Matt's into
well,
Transformers.
I'm into. I love Transformers, but I'm not a Bayformer. I'm more of the classic. I just watched the cartoon, and I think we all can agree that once Transformers the movie came out, it really messed up a lot of us.
I'm still scarred off that. Man.
Seeing so many Autobots get murdered.
Yeah,
I'm still scarred off.
I mean, it really messed up kids' mind because
I didn't like.
If you notice, that's what Transformers went down. They killed off, and then I think they realized they was trying to introduce the new Transformers, but they kind of messed up by killing off other Transformers just to do that, So
it was traumatic as a kid.
Didn't like the movie version of now I can't think of his name, but the movie version of not Megatron, but his right hand.
Starscream.
Yeah, I didn't like the movie version of Starscream.
No, but the way he killed Starscream, I love that. Even though I said this movie's really messed, because when you think about it, because I remember coming home from school and watching Transformers, and they shot each other constantly, and nobody died. But when the movie came out, somebody got shot in the chest,
They were
blowing out,
and they turned gray. Remember?
Like, and they turned gray.
They turned gray. I was just like, oh man.
And you know what's so great about that movie? Orson Welles.
He was Unicron.
Who was the one that played Spock? What's his name? He played
Leonard Nimoy.
He was there. Another guy played, I think, Ultra Magnus.
I hated Ultra Magnus just because Optimus died. I hated Ultra Magnus. Yeah. I was like, he was trying to open the Matrix. I was like, no. I hated Ultra Magnus.
But it really traumatized, I think, a lot of kids. So that's why when G.I. Joe came out, and I loved G.I. Joe, the movie. Instead, they didn't kill anybody. They may go into a coma, but I guess they said, listen, we can't kill nobody because we already did it, Transformers, and the kids is like going hams over that crap, so.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Well, guys, I got to get out of here. I got to get to work and all that. All right, y'all have a great night.
You too,
bro.
Take it easy, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say,
hey, happy Thanksgiving, bro.
Yeah.
Right, have a great one.
Yep. I was just going to say it's probably about time to wrap up this show tonight. I was going to go an hour, and I can't thank you guys enough for coming on and sharing your story. Again, that's what we said it for years. Like the best part of this hobby is the people you meet that understand painted rock, that understand, because not everybody gets it, and we've really created this amazing, awesome community of people. And I'm so glad I finally got to meet you. And it's just, again, that's what it's all about. It's just that those experiences, those stories, those memories.
I'm jealous of your art, man.
Do what?
I'm jealous of your art collection from Finch, man. I'm jealous. But I saw that man bat. I was like, how do you get a man bat?
Don't be jealous. See how much money's on this damn wall?
Full body.
Trust me, I know.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But it looks good though. It looks good.
Thank you. Did you see the Zaz?
Oh no, I didn't see the Zaz. Oh, he looks crazy. Wow.
Just got that one in.
Yeah.
So you have every character. Do you have everybody now?
I've got two more that I still need to have him do. The last two will most likely be Talon, and I want Talon up front with like a broken eyepiece, like Capullo did.
Hush? You got Hush?
I've got Hush.
Okay.
Talon with the Court of Owls behind him. Or if he won't do that, I might do Court of Owls as a separate one. But if not, I'm going to do Deathstroke. So those will be really my last two that I have room for. I've considered getting a Commissioner Gordon head just to put underneath Batman.
Yeah, you definitely need him, Commissioner Gordon.
But yeah, I think the wall is. I mean, I'm out of space for at least right now, and I'm getting into like really, really obscure villains. Eric B really wants me to get Joe Chill, which I think would be. It's like it's not a modern. It's not a. I do have ventriloquist Brad, but it's like it is kind of the original Batman villain, really, if you think about it. I mean, it really is. So I don't know.
Right. I don't. You know what it is? I mean, but you're right. I don't think about Joe Chill though for some reason.
How would you do Joe Chill like that if someone saw it? Like I wouldn't even know. Like, how would someone know it was him?
Right.
Well, first of all, no one's in this room other than me.
Right.
So it's like I no one else is like, ooh, this room's amazing. I don't have very many people come in here except
there's a Tony Daniel piece that has Bruce as a little kid on his knees and his parents lying in the alley. You know what I'm saying?
We're just asking about Clayface.
Do you have Solomon Grundy?
Yeah, Grundy. Grundy's right down there.
Wow.
Two-Face was my favorite till the Bane came along. Yeah. That was like the third one you got, remember? It was like, yep. Two-Face was crazy.
And then over here, that's the new Punchline I got up there. Carmen Falcone, which you saw in New York.
They got killed. You got Killer Croc?
Yeah, he's right there.
Oh, okay, I see him.
It's crazy.
Wow.
And Hatter. And there's Hush.
Yeah, the Hush. I like the Hush.
So that's the ones I've got. But I've got room like right there and right there underneath. That's my last two spaces.
I'm trying to think. Well, Nightfall. He's not a villain. He's just crazy.
He can be. He can be. Azrael, basically. I mean, kind of an anti-hero.
Right.
Like I always thought, like that's why I justified getting him when the Arkham stuff came out, because I'm like, you could choose, like he can at the end of that battle, he could choose to either try to kill Batman or not, and so if he tries to kill him, he's a villain,
Right.
So
well, just be on the lookout for Prime 1. They're gonna. I'm sure you heard of Absolute Batman, a comic book. So
yeah, everybody's recommending it.
There's definitely gonna be a new Batman Prime 1's gonna be made.
The designs I've seen, like at first I was like, I'm just not sure, but it's growing on me. It's kind of like a
Frank Miller,
Dark Knight Returns. Yeah, Frank Miller, thick body, just like. But I hear he's pretty much a badass in this thing. Yeah.
It's a good book. So far, it's a good book. So
good. I'm anxious to read it. Yeah. Well, anyway, Billy, I want to thank you for coming on as well. Darth Rashid, again, it was so awesome to have you finally on the show. We need to make
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we need to make it more often, man. We just need to. And I know you are on other shows. I don't ever want to. Well, I don't. That's the thing is like I never want to like. Well, I just what?
We're stealing them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I never want to step on any of the other shows' toes because like everybody's doing their own thing. Like, I just
on their shows. We're stealing.
I know. Well, fine. We're stealing.
This guy's out of control, Chris.
Yeah, I know. I can't control this guy. He's from New York. I can't control him. I'm this Kansas boy over here. I don't know.
That's why you need me on the show, because you gotta get another New Yorker to control another New Yorker.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, again, guys, thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate it. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. If you travel, be safe. Hopefully you don't have any bad snowstorms and you have to drive 7 hours to get something. I'm just don't do that. So anyway, have a great Thanksgiving. And again, tune in on the channel on Thursday for sure for the announcement from Chad.
Who won the book?
Oh, God dang.
Hey, man.
Thank you so much. See? All right, so I've got my special Halloween Batman mask. I'm going to put all the
saying goodbye. Somebody's waiting on the book.
Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot.
You're welcome, by the way, whoever wins this thing.
Yeah, you owe Billy big time.
What was the book again? The
Tech Comics 27. It's a Jason Fabok. It's a convention exclusive.
Oh, okay. Wow.
It's a good one.
All right. So our winner is, get it good and shuffled here. And I will cover shipping in the United States. I guess I didn't say that. I think everybody's here in the United States, probably. All right. The winner is Frederick.
Is he here still?
Let's see if Frederick's still here.
Well, actually, you know what? This isn't like a he's got to be still here. He paid to be here.
Yeah. Let's see. There's Frederick L right there. He was our Metallica concert. So anyway, Frederick, if you're still here, I don't know if you are, but if you, what I will do is I will make sure you email me at thebatmanstatuecollector@gmail.com with your full address. I'm going to do a backup just in case Frederick passes for any reason. Okay. I always like to do a backup just in case. All right. This one, Brad, you're my backup.
Brad,
all right. So even if you're watching this later, Frederick, please email me. And we'll do our thing.
So happy Thanksgiving to you, gentlemen, and everybody in the chat. All right.
Yep.
Safe, everybody. Yep. And we will catch you.
And I'll let you have the last word, my friend. Anything you want to say to the folks at home?
Rashid.
No, yeah, Rashid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to my COC crew, Constructive Outrage. Shout out to Casual Nerd Problems. Shout out to Thor, because he's the one that put me on from day one.
Or is OG.
OG.
Yeah.
DCX. And shout out to Chris the Batman Statue Collector. Shout out to Miguel, Chris Silva, because he's an OG collector as well.
Yep.
Shout out to all the collectors and everybody that was at the Comic-Con meetup, New York Comic-Con. That was for me, that was the best one, because I met up with everybody. You was cool, and I already knew you was gonna be cool, whatever. But he was like, hey, what's going on?
I'm glad it was like, man, that Chris is an ass.
Nah, and I will say, every time if I'm on my show, we do make fun, and I say if I say amazing, I'm always thinking about you, Chris.
I know.
When I purposely say, yo, that's amazing.
Same old crap, different week from the Batman Statue Collector. That's all it is to it.
Shout out to Billy, you know what I'm saying? Cool, cool. Finally met him, and he's a cool dude and stuff like that. And I'm glad I helped him out. And shout out to you, man. So
Absolutely. Well,
Appreciate
again,
it, man.
yep. It was great to meet you. Great to have you on the show.
Thank
like I
you.
said, well, this won't be the last time at all. Absolutely. So
George and
again,
Weezy, big leagues.
moving on up.
Moving
I love it.
on
Yeah,
up.
that's right.
Oh,
All right, guys. On that note, happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you on Thursday for the big announcement. So see you
Take care,
guys. Have a
everybody.
good one. Bye-bye, everybody. Oh, there's R2. There's R2. I love it. I love it.
Take care, guys.
All right.